All right, here is a quick tutorial on how to operate the RMMV BIM-5. It's a radar-guided missile system, air and storm works. We're going to hop right in, jump up in the cab here, and start the engine, and I'm going to pull it forward. We've got a target circling. That's just our test target, and we'll pull this out here and get started. That's plenty. So we're going to, some quick stuff, on-off key. When you're in the seat, the 1 and 2 keys control shifting forward, low range, and if we shift back, it's reverse. This is brakes, and we have a gearbox high-low that shifts all of this into a different gear ratio. We also have the lights and the electrical on and off, which you'll want to turn on and off so the vehicle can be powered. There is a little bit of a battery life without it on, but just so you know. I'm going to keep the vehicle running because the radars use a lot of electricity, and you'll kill your batteries pretty fast. So we'll start by turning the system on. Immediately we see we've got a view screen with the target overlay, and we're hearing the chime of a target being detected to the left. This arrow and this distance marker, that's coming from our surveillance radar up top here. This is a 360-degree continuously spinning radar with that cycles through different tilt modes to detect craft and other stuff out to 5 miles. The 3 modes are different angles, and I'll just keep cycling through that all the time. So that'll tell you whether you've got targets coming from the left or the right. Next up, we have the part of the target overlay. We've got some hotkeys here that I don't know. There we go. They're labeled here. So AD is left-right, WS up-down, and then of course, we got our pistons. We can lower our pistons here if we want. Deploy supports. You'll see these supports lower up, and then we can use the arrow keys to sort of just manually pitch the vehicle and tilt the vehicle where we want it. That's helpful if you park this thing on a hill. So right up, we've got no target from our firing solution computer. We do have some camera zoom in and out stuff, infrared if we want it. But for the most part, we're just looking at the screen, and we're waiting to see what the surveillance radar tells us, you know, what's scanned out there. So to the left, 800 meters, we'll look to the left, and we've got our target. And now that we're within the camera box, the target will have a HUD overlay that shows that it's being tracked and that there is a distance to it. Right here, you can see some targets are, you know, some craft that we're using are a little finicky. Radar is a little finicky in Stormworks, so you just have to kind of bear with that. You do need a radar lock to guide the missile, so if the missile's halfway to its target and the radar blips out, you're probably going to lose that missile. So just something to keep in mind. That's just a limitation of radar in Stormworks. So once we have the something detected in our overlay, we can hit the 1 key and it will start tracking it. It will automatically try to pan toward it, and we'll do a pretty decent job of looking straight at it. That's when we're ready to fire, not before that point. So it'll do the best job it can keeping the target tracked. It'll dynamically control the field of view from the radar. Something like this where the target is right above us is a little tricky, but, you know. Anyhow, so we're ready to fire. We're locked. We've got our auto target set, and then 2 key is fire. So we'll just zoom out here and let's see if we can hit this thing. Pop 1, pop 2, and boom. Oh, we got a hit. I think it's on fire too. All right, let's try to pop 1 more off just to see if we can really just down it. I think we're close enough. So, you know, sometimes this thing hits straight on, sometimes it misses. Once we get area of effect, you know, warheads and stuff, which these are pre-built for, and even have a proximity fuse system and all that stuff built in, you know, we'll really down stuff pretty quickly and easily. For now, you need a dead-on hit, which you can usually get with 4 missiles, depending on the speed of the target and, you know, the radar finickiness and some other aspects. But within 2 kilometers of range, this thing does a pretty darn good job at knocking stuff out. So that's it in a nutshell. You got 4 missiles to work with. Go forth, my friends.